In American culture, there are ages of importance, milestones, if you will. The number of years you've been on this planet Earth signifies how far along you are in your coming of age process. What child doesn't remember wishing that they would just turn 13 already and be one of the big kids? Maybe your parents finally let you stay up just a little later, or watch some grown-up movies, or play some grown-up games. At 16, you are legally allowed to obtain a driver's license. Of course, permitting that your parents give you the consent and that you pass the proper tests. At 18, you are now legally considered an adult. You can sign legal contracts, join the military, or move out of the house. Whatever you desire, you're an adult. And finally, the big 21. You can finally know what it's like to be the person at the party with the beer in your hand and not feel guilty about it because you're 21, it's legal. You can finally tell everyone about that crazy night you had where you vaguely remember what's going on, but those unfamiliar faces from the people you met last night get to tell you about your ambiguous, wild, crazy, fun time that you had. Completely out of character, of course. And you get to understand what everyone means when they're talking about their 21st birthday and how they don't remember a thing. I barely made it home that night. How did we get there? What happened? I did that? How fun, right? At least that's the way that everyone makes it sound. And you finally get to be that person. Unfortunately, our society perpetuates this as a good idea. Culturally, we tell people that this is considered fun. We laugh it off like it's okay that you don't remember what happened to you last night because you consumed too much alcohol. You chose to drink too much, and you don't remember what you did or said or who you hurt, including yourself. But that's okay, because it was fun, right? I would urge you to reconsider this, to look around you in your world and see just how often you are pressed to drink, how often people are telling you to drink more. We cannot go on doing this to ourselves. We do not deserve it. Your bodies don't deserve it. Your brain doesn't deserve it. Your children do not deserve to watch you go through that. A study done by the National Institute of Alcohol and Alcoholism did a 2013 survey in which they found that 35% of their study subjects admitted to consuming alcohol before the age of 15. According to a New Start, which is an alcohol treatment facility, alcohol enters your bloodstream through the lining of your stomach and immediately travels to your brain. Alcohol impairs your brain. And I don't know if you know this, but you need your brain to live, to function. According to the National Institute of Drug and Alcohol Use and Alcoholism, blacking out is your hippocampus shutting down. Now, some of you might be asking, what's my hippocampus? Your hippocampus is said to store your memories, to be the filter for what's important information and what's not. So when you need to make a quick decision, or you need to know fight or flight, or you need to know, should I take that next drink? Your hippocampus says, oh yeah, I remember I'm not supposed to do this. Or, oh yeah, I remember this is how I solve this problem. Or, oh yeah, I remember I'm trying to go straight, so I'm going to put one foot in front of the other. Overconsumption of alcohol causes your hippocampus to shut down, and so you do not have any more memories of that evening. Why does it shut down, you ask? Because it's trying to conserve itself. See, when you're consuming alcohol and it's entering your brain, you are literally poisoning yourself. So in order to maintain its survival, your hippocampus is shutting down to save your life. Why we perpetuate the idea that this is funny or that this is a good time is beyond me. why we tell our children that, oh, when you're older, you'll understand, or we make it a laughing matter. So we think, well, I want to be part of that group. I can't wait to be 21 and then I can know exactly what you're talking about. And my 21st birthday, I'm going to be obliterated. Why we continue to say that this is okay? I urge you to please, the next time that you decide to drink, just take 2 seconds. Just take a few seconds to yourself and ask, am I capable of maintaining my alcohol level? Am I capable of not problematic using? Am I going to be okay? Am I going to remember this tomorrow? And if you take anything away from this, if you take those 2 seconds to yourself and you decide it's just really not worth it, please think about what you're doing to the next generation when you start talking about these crazy nights that you have in front of them. Instead of educating each other on how horrible you felt and how terrible it feels when you can't remember what you did last night. Please focus on these negative things before you take the next sip, before you take the next shot. And remind yourself that there are so many horrible things that can happen to you while you're in this state. And is it worth it? Is it worth poisoning yourself to the point where your brain is physically shutting down in order to save your life?